never known what I wanted to be when I finished school, when I grew up. And that was probably one of my greatest strengths, actually. I've kind of, from that moment, decided I'll just chase things that are really exciting and do jobs that really inspire me. I think living consciously is a global trend. And anyway, it's the best, it's the most ethical way to live.
I am the CEO of Fed Group. We offer a broad range of financial service products, pension funds, asset management, life insurance, and just over a year ago we decided to launch impact farming. We've always believed in simple, transparent products, and this was really taking that concept and pushing it to the extreme.
My name is Anna Rachweni. I'm 27 years old and I am a qualified agricultural economist. I'm very passionate about agriculture in general. So getting an opportunity at Nyami was, I was so excited, I was very happy. I didn't even look back because I don't really enjoy being at the office. I enjoy being in the field.
In the past, you had to create these massive pools and you had to do these massive projects. But now, for as little as 300 Rand, a person can come along and buy a blueberry bush, which is farmed on their behalf on a massive scale, without the farmer having to have lots of land to put down as surety. And really it's just blown that entire old-fashioned model apart and brought about a brand new way of doing things.
I invested in the berries. They're an affordable option with a very low barrier to entry. In fact, that investment is not only just providing food for people, it is also providing oxygen for the atmosphere. It feels good. It feels good that I can do it practically and give people jobs. That's the other part of it. Like, it gives people jobs. Like, that's super exciting.
Okay,
You
yeah.
see like the one there that's pink, is it?
Yeah, the pink one, she's not going to harvest it because it's
not ready.
Yeah, it's not ready.
Well, what's great about Impact is you know exactly what's going on. You know that you're investing in solar and therefore making a difference in the energy space, or perhaps you're interested in jobs, and so blueberries is really great from an employment point of view. If you are into looking after bees, which is just something so important in our planet these days, you can buy a beehive and you know exactly where that money is going, and then you earn the returns at the same time.
We are really creating employment and trying to better the lives of community surrounding Nyami berries. We prefer to hire ladies for harvesting because ladies are gentle. Again, this year we are actually planning to hire around 2,000 pickers to do harvesting. I've seen myself grow here at Nyami berries and feel very empowered that I'm very young and I've been chosen and given a task and I did very well, very, very well. And I'm proud of myself.
I think it's a great financial service for South African. We can buy assets that feed us, assets that create energy for us, assets that build the country without us investing foreign products that don't necessarily have any impact on us as a people. It's also easy to understand. So I think a lot of South Africans who don't invest in traditional things can go like, I understand the concept of buying a tree and that somebody else is farming it and that I can make money out of it. It's a very simple thing.
I'm currently retired, but I call it semi-retirement because I'm busier than when I was employed. Stokvels have been part of South African culture since people were moved from the villages, the homelands to the townships. There was a need for stokvels. We meet to contribute money and advise one another. The youth, when they come in, they want to use modern stuff like applications, emails. And I'm battling right now to teach my elders not to be scared of computers. These children can teach us.
With the app, You can basically just scroll through, you can actually see which products that are available. And right now it is the honey, the beehives and the blueberries. And you can go into each of the assets and it basically just gives you a short breakdown about how long the investment will be for, how many years the asset is valid.
Fed Group have really tried to take that simplistic iPad approach because my daughter at age 3 could use an iPad, but more remarkably my father at age 70 could use that exact same iPad.
When I bought the app, my daughter actually trained me how to use it. I bought into a bush investment. Soon I'll be buying on the beehives. The solar, we're going to be buying into them as well. It's going to change my life. If what you are doing does not impact poverty, then it's not doing anything. The fact that impact farming is already creating jobs makes me very happy. It's a catalyst. You're going to change something.
The bees recognize 3 things: color, smell, and shape. Me, as a beekeeper, if I open them almost every week, they kind of know my smell. Per hive, there is about 60 to 70,000 bees in one hive. So yeah, to be safe, you need to have like full body suit. The most important thing is the smoker, which makes the bees a little dizzy, but it doesn't do any bees any harm.
When we first started Impact, we realized that a number of smaller scale farmers can't really scale. The advantage of Impact is that they do not need to put down their own capital or their own surety. They are providing farming services. And so a third party comes along, puts down their capital and owns the asset. And then that asset is looked after by, for example, a beekeeper, who then has the capability of scaling their operation, earning more at doing something they're good at.
You can't just have bees. You need to make boxes, put frames, take them out, transport them. So that needs a bit of money. So since the Fed Group Impact started, I'm achieving a lot more now in terms of taking care of my kids, in taking care of myself as well. So yeah, my life is moving to the right direction now.
Every single time we deploy capital, you're adding new beekeepers, new people looking after berries, new solar installers. In fact, our largest difficulty at the moment is scaling big enough on this side. It started with how do we get enough money. That's the least of our problems now. People are flocking to the platform and we have to make sure there are training programs and the like to add actual jobs.
Really cool. It's amazing how fast an app can go over that. Brilliant, thank you.
I'm definitely considering investing in solar panels, not only because we've had the whole Eskom thing and getting off the grid, but just getting away from coal is very important. We need to, as a society. Buying a solar panel that sits off-site that produces electricity for the country, potentially, is a very novel idea and something that, if this picks up, could be revolutionary. And we could, as South Africa, be leading the way.
My passion is to disrupt, to go against the norm, to making things accessible to people, to do good with their money. When we looked at the needs of the country and we said, you know, what can we problem solve? Energy was one of them. And the natural way to go was solar. And because it's renewable energy, it met the principles of impact investing.
Here at Sebo Square in Cape Town, the system is 808.5 kilowatt system. So it's close to a megawatt. I learned quite a lot with this solar system. The technology changes each and every time, so you have to know what's really taking place in the field.
An investor comes and buys an asset on the platform. We know that on a solar site, as an example, there are 100 panels. We know which panel belongs to him because each panel is barcoded and that asset is traced back to that investor. So we moved away from traditional investing to real investing, and that's what impact investing is all about. It's about, measuring these returns from a social development perspective, from an environmental perspective, and from a profit perspective, and you can see that information almost real time.
It's a great opportunity, and I was not expecting to be in such a position, but now at least I just pray that, God must keep me on this kind of job as well.
Yeah. We'll put these on.
Okay, cool.
These should be really good. This is going to be entertaining.
Oh, okay.
I was playing this with my dad this weekend and he has no clue what's going on. He's 75, so like, don't worry, you're much better than he is. Go click. I have a couple of traditional investments. One of the things I don't like about those services that I already have is that there's a lot of obscurity. I don't know where my money is going, how I'm going to obtain that money in the time that I need it. And I think a lot of those services rely on the obscurity of the product, which really sucks. That ice thing, the ice thing. Yes, you did it! I think the app is extremely suitable for someone like myself because it's a very simple system. You invest in a physical product, that product yields something, and you make the money back, and they will let you know how much that money is back.
We want to grow the platform, we want to add more products to the platform that meet the principles of impact investing, help grow the economy, and help solve the problems that we as South Africans meet on a daily basis.
FedGroup have often been known as those who are challenging the status quo. In a traditional financial services model, a person who puts their money in almost never has any idea where it really goes. FedGroup's impact investments have split that apart, but we've done so in a clean and environmental and sustainable way. It's transparent, it's simple, and makes a difference in people's lives.
I'm extremely passionate about fashion. I fell in love with fashion a few years ago. Growing up, I always thought I was like, a fashionista. And so, you look back at those old pictures like, oh my God, what am I wearing?
The Foschini Group is a specialty retailer. We trade through a number of different brands, both in South Africa, the rest of Africa, and increasingly in the UK and Australia.
The culture is just really amazing. It's relaxed, it's loving, it's supportive, it's open. Working in TFG is nothing short but amazing. I work as an e-commerce coordinator. I coordinate photo shoots for imagery that goes onto the site. So the images I get from the photo shoot, we do a little bit of retouching. And then I also do a bit of omni-merchanting. The job title omni-merchants is probably unique to TFG, which is merchandising products onto our sites. My family is so proud. I was the first in my family to have a degree. My life has changed drastically. I was living as a student. That's boiled eggs and toast. Every day. I then was able to get a driver's license, I got a car. It's a lot of pride. I was able to support my mother. So it meant quite a lot for me to be able to give back something she gave me for such a long time.
I think one of our fundamental philosophies at TFG is that you have to keep on trying new and innovative strategies in order to stay ahead. You have to continually invest. We do that in our people from a training and employment point of view. We do it in terms of the products that we design and sell in our stores. We do it in terms of the actual look and feel of the stores that we open across the country. One of the most gratifying things around TFG is the extent to which we are able to create thousands of jobs every year, both within our head office structures and equally within our stores. The challenge we face is actually finding people who have been exposed to the right skills development.
Over the past 5 years, the group has spent close to 600 million on learnerships, bursaries, and education-related activities. The number of training interventions have been about 630,000, which means that in any given year, we train about 220,000 people across the group.
Even though clothing manufacturing in South Africa has been on a steady decline for the last decade, TFG have long believed that with the right capital equipment and the most modern technology, combined with the right levels of training, we can compete with the best clothing manufacturers in the world.
project we're very proud of at TFG. This is our So Good project, which is run through our Prestige factory. It entails bringing on board previously unemployed women. We upskill these women and we train them. And in the process of them working at our factory, they manufacture the iconic purple blanket. And then that blanket is then donated to disaster-affected communities.
In a country where youth unemployment is close to 40%, it means that we are giving youth, especially youth from impoverished backgrounds, an opportunity to be upskilled first and then formally employed in the private sector, which I think is wonderful.
The learners, it's like the babies here. The favorite part of my job, it's a training. To see them every time struggling, I like to every time to stand next to them to help them. That's my favorite part, that one. It's working very nice with community here because Prestige is taking everybody from that community who want the job.
Through our manufacturing, we employ at least 6,000 people, and TFG today produces 20% of its own apparel. We are proud to play such an important, critical role in the manufacturing sector of South Africa.
A big part of our success in South Africa has been underpinned by the fact that we control our own supply chain. We manufacture through our own factories in South Africa. We've invested R250 million in that project. Today we've got 2 world-class manufacturing facilities in and around Cape Town.
Die fabriek het baie verander van die tyd wat ek hier was. Daar was meer werkskepping, meer mense kon kom aansoek doen het vir werk en in die verlede was daar nie soos in learnershops en almal van daai tipe goed nie. Vanaf TFG oorgevat het, is daar die klompste opportunities, ewen vir die minder bevoorregte soos ek nou was. Ek het 'n manier om met mense te werk. Ek behandel almal dieselfde en ek luister altyd wat mense wil hê en ek doen ook dingetjies saam met hulle soos hulle harte steel en sulke tipe van dinge. Ek werk nou 10,5 jaar vir die company. My lewe het baie verander vandat ek gekom het by Prestige Clothing. Soos in baie, ek kon groei in die besigheid. Ek het geen kwalifikasies nie. Ek het nie in skool klaar gemaak van die kon nie, weens omstandighede. Maar Prestige TFG het vir my almal daai dinge gegee. En ek is baie trots op myself. Ek is baie trots op myself en net die feit dat my baase, management, almal my potensiaal raak gesien het deur die dinge wat ek gedoen het, is ek baie trots op myself.
As a leading lifestyle retailer, it's absolutely key to look beyond business and come up with ways to give back to the communities we operate in.
Total Sports believes that sports changes lives, and that is why we are sponsoring and supporting the Plant a Ball initiative. It's inspired by Nelson Mandela and the Mandela Day. The whole initiative is around supporting communities in South Africa. There are approximately 2,000 balls that have been donated over the last 5 years. So for 2019, we're aiming to have 1,500 balls donated throughout the country. Through this, we believe that sport will provide that catalyst for change for the youth of today.
At TFG, we trade through 2,800 stores across South Africa, some of the most remotest parts of the country. One of the big challenges that we do face over are the retail skills. TFG is very proud to offer hundreds of internships each year to bring people up to the right levels of skill and experience, and we then absorb those people into our store environments as store staff. It has made a fundamental difference, not just to the individuals, but actually the community in which they live.
Minga Village is in Limpopo. It's a rural area that is very underdeveloped. We've run these learnerships and they went through a 12-month program. At the end, about 80% of the students we took in managed to finish and graduate, and 70% of those we managed to place in long-term employment within our group.
I am Shilungwa Cedric Minga, the royal leader of the Minga community. The challenges we are having here in Minga, first of all, we are so far away from all the big cities, so the opportunities are very limited. Most of the kids, especially those who go through high school, they find themselves not being able to go to tertiary because they don't have money. Some of them don't even have parents.
In our own culture, if your parents passed on and then you remain with your grandmother, my granny, she was not having enough cash to pay for my fees, and then I just did drop out at school. She used to sit down and tell me that life is not what you see today, life is what you're gonna see tomorrow, and the life is who you're gonna be tomorrow.
The relationship between the Minga community and the Foschini group is a good one because they came to partner with us.
I've heard that there will be an interview that's going to take place after the assessment. We went and started training. It was about a year. They train you on retail sectors, and then after you finish and graduate, they place you in the places where you have to work. I'm passionate about retail. I'm passionate about fashion. The way I dress, you can tell because I do color palette, I do match. Yeah, I'm the formal guy. The project helped us a lot. Once you get an opportunity to work in retail, we end up supporting our family, we end up taking care of our younger sisters and our younger brothers.
This whole thing does not just help the youngsters, it helps the whole community because you find that in one household, there are about 5-6 people that are dependent on this.
So when they're employed and working for us, it is just exciting to know that we've made a difference in somebody else's life.
I'm started building a house. I have a plan of a 10-room house that I have to do in my own, and my granny is gonna be happy about that. It makes me feel privileged and awesome because I'm a man who knows what he's doing.
Every morning I wake up looking forward to coming at TFG. It's a happy environment. I always say I could do what I do for free. Thank God it's not free.
Die feit dat die maatskappy my potensiaal raak gesien het, laat vir my baie goed voel en dit laat vir my werk beter wil doen. Ek wil altyd 'n ekstra myl gaan vir die company. So voel ek.
For me, the biggest benefits is the opportunities. The position that I'm in allows me to interact with so many different environments, so many different people. It's the best that I could have asked for.
Have passion where you're gonna be working and love what you're doing. You're gonna shine like a diamond.
I actually love my job. We're surrounded by fantastic people who are enthusiastic and fired up every day about doing good and doing better than they did the day before. It's a really exciting place to be.